300 Rise of an Empire is not really a sequel or prequel to 300. It kind of takes place in the same timeline as 300. It's going to bring a different director in here, but it's got that same style of that 300 had to offer, that slow-mo fighting with the fast-paced fighting and the grittiness and a lot of blood. So 300 Rise of an Empire is about a Greek general who leads his Greek army against the powerful god Xerxes and the girl. I heard her name many times in the movie, I just don't know how to pronounce these names. She's the vengeful commander of the Persian army, and during these scenes where it's her versus the Persian army, her Persian army, and the Greek army, Xerxes is off fighting against the Spartans, which takes place at the same time. 300 took place with Gerard Butler, and I gotta say, I was actually really surprised by the 300 Rise of an Empire. Trailers, I was like, I don't want to see this trailer anymore. It's whatever. It does not be as good as the first one. But I was exceeded my expectations a lot more. It is very bloody movie. I saw it in 3D, so it's very bloody. The action scenes in this movie are intense. Right from the beginning, there's action scenes. Like, this whole movie is like a lot of action. And there's not a lot of scenes that go on that aren't action, and the action is, it's that slow-mo and then fast-paced fighting, and I feel like only 300 can do it, and 300 Rise of an Empire. Like any other movie that does that slow-mo, fast-paced fighting, like Legends of Hercules, doesn't know how to do it. So 300 introduced that style, and 300 Rise of an Empire continues it and does a great job of it. What I liked about the movie is actually the story of it. The two villains in the movie, Xerxes and the girl, played by Eva Green, have like this backstory, and they introduce that backstory, and it shows like the motives of why they're like in this army and why they're killing people. And so I really enjoyed watching that, of learning about these two characters, because this movie doesn't have like any blockbuster stars. I feel like the Greek general was like someone off of a low budget film. And so I didn't really feel anything for him, but so it was nice to feel something for the girl, Eva Green, in the movie. So it was really great there, and she's very sexy, and there's a very intense sex scene in this movie that made me laugh, but also was like, wow, I've never seen that before. So look out for that. But the 3D in the movie was actually decent, better than some of the 3D movies I've seen this year. Mainly the 3D in the movie is like the blood splattering onto the screen, and the spears and the arrows and the rocks and everything and the ash. So the 3D actually was pretty decent. So if you have the choice, maybe go see it in 3D. Give it a chance. But I really didn't feel anything for the Greek general guy. Don't even want to attempt his name. But the hero in the movie, he just, like, every time he spoke, you felt like it was a speech that he was trying to give. And it was like way too dramatic at scenes, and just wasn't displayed any really good acting. But the fighting scenes he displayed were great, and like the lightning and all of it was really great. The fight scenes in the movie were intense, and that's where I loved the movie, is with the fight scenes and the story. I really did enjoy 300 Rise of an Empire. Eva Green was great in this movie. She was sinister. She was very mean, and she just was ruthless and killed anybody, and she did a great job about it. She was in Casino Royale, but she was really great here. I loved her scenes in the movie, but she was great in the movie. I really loved Eva Green in this movie. Great action scenes with her. So it did take place in the middle of like 300, and they showed some scenes with like Gerard Butler and blah blah blah, all that crap from 300. But 300 Rise of an Empire was a really great movie. The intense fighting scenes were great. It's very, 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 very bloody. A lot of killing, a lot of spearing of the heads, ripping off the heads, and it's whatever. It's just a lot of blood everywhere. So a lot of action scenes. So definitely check out 300 Rise of an Empire. I'm glad that it got an R rating for the intense blood scenes and the sex scenes. So definitely check out 300 Rise of an Empire. The only bad things about the movie would be like, you don't really feel much for the Greek hero in the movie, and some of like the scenes are like been there, done that, and luckily the fast-paced, slow-paced fighting didn't feel like old Like I've already seen that. If it was any other movie, maybe I've been like that, but here it worked well, and you know it's the same style of movie. So 300 Rise of the Empire doesn't even have like a big blockbuster star, and I don't even know the director's name, but it worked well with what they had. I'm glad that they, you know, actually got it out because you know it was pushed back till now. So definitely check out 300 Rise of the Empire. This is Just Watch the Movies. I'm gonna give this movie a B for what I saw. It was good. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.